Take a breath with me. Let it be slow. Let your body soften a little. Because today, we're talking about something deeper than chasing. We're talking about worth. For a long time, many of us lived as if our value had to be earned. Earned through proving, performing, overgiving. Earned through overworking, explaining, fixing, achieving, being needed. And without even realizing it, we built our lives around pursuit. Pursuit of approval, pursuit of clarity, pursuit of validation, pursuit of response. Always reaching for something outside ourselves to finally tell us, "You're enough now." But here's what happens when your nervous system is rooted in proving. You keep chasing things that were never designed to give you lasting safety. You chase people, reassurance, certainty, outcomes, recognition. And even when you get them, the relief never fully lasts. Because the deeper belief underneath it remains untouched. The belief that says, "I have to earn my worth." And that belief creates exhaustion. Not just physically, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually. Because chasing is exhausting. Trying to secure your value through external confirmation will always keep your nervous system activated. Always scanning, always reaching, always asking, "Am I enough yet?" But there comes a moment in growth where something begins to shift. You realize the chasing isn't bringing peace. It's pulling you further away from yourself. And slowly, you begin to loosen your grip. Not because you stop caring, but because you stop believing your worth is dependent on the outcome. That's the shift. You stop chasing when you finally believe you're enough. Not perfect, not fully healed, not beyond fear, just enough as you are. And when that belief begins to settle into the body, everything changes. Your energy changes. Your relationships change. Your decisions change. Your pace changes. Because now, you're no longer moving from desperation. You're moving from alignment. You stop forcing. You stop gripping. You stop over-explaining. You stop trying to convince people to see your value. Not because you've become cold, but because you've become anchored. You realize what's meant for you doesn't require constant pursuit. And this doesn't mean you stop showing up. It doesn't mean you stop creating. It doesn't mean you stop caring about your life. It means your actions are no longer fueled by the fear that you are not enough without results. That is a completely different nervous system experience. Because when you finally believe you're enough, you begin to receive differently. You allow differently. You rest differently. And you definitely trust differently. You stop trying to force timing. You stop trying to earn belonging. You stop trying to prove your right to exist in the room. You simply become grounded, present, available for your life. And ironically, that's often when things begin flowing more naturally. Not because you manipulated the outcome, but because your energy stopped resisting itself. Now take another breath. If you've been feeling exhausted lately, emotionally tired, constantly reaching, constantly trying to hold everything together, I want you to ask yourself something gently. What if I stopped trying to earn what was already true? What if your worth was never something you had to chase? What if it was something you simply needed to remember? Because you were never meant to spend your life proving your value. You were meant to live from it. Put your hand on your chest for a moment and feel your breath. And let this land slowly. I do not need to earn my worth. I am enough without proving. I can stop chasing what I already am. Let your body hear that, not just your mind. You don't have to force your life anymore. You don't have to grip so tightly. You don't have to keep running toward validation, hoping it will finally quiet the ache inside you. You're allowed to soften. You're allowed to receive. You are allowed to believe that your worth already exists without performance, without proving, and without the pursuit. And when that truth finally settles into your body, the chasing begins to end. Not because you gave up on your life, but because you finally stopped abandoning yourself while trying to build it. And that changes everything.